It's music time. What's up everybody, Sam Mosher here with part 3 of my 2018 favorites week. I've already done the top 20 films of 2018, the top 10 TV shows of 2018, and now it's time for the top 40 singles of 2018. This is a fun one. Now, I say singles and not songs because a best songs of 2018 list sounds either impossible or extremely grueling to do justice. So instead, I chose singles, and here are the rules I gave for myself. Singles, I mean any song that was released individually, so either before an album in promotion of it, or a radio single, or just something to tide fans over until the full project came out. 2, I only chose one song per artist in order to get the most representation of artists as possible. I do have some honorable mentions for artists who released multiple great singles. And 3, the singles that got me the most excited for the project, or just the artists in general, are the ones that are ranked highest. Links to the songs can be found in the description. Top 40 singles of 2018, let's go. First, at number 40 is the beautiful 1970s inspired ballad Venice Beach from Lana Del Rey's upcoming album Norman Rockwell. Geez, Lana, really trying to get YouTube angry with me with these swears. This is a family-friendly list. But I love the gentle guitar picking on the song and the uneasy synths and percussion that builds as this song reaches its climax. This is a long one, but it has that classic nostalgia feel that Lana's known for, and it's coming from someone who's never been a huge fan of hers, but with Jack Antonoff on the production, this feels more ambitious than her usual work, and I'm excited for this new album. But much angrier than Lana is my number 39 pick, Sumo by Denzel Curry. This song teased the energy and wordplay that we could expect from Taboo, his album that came out in 2018, which would actually surpass the expectations set by the song, but still, Sumo is a hype single with some booming production. Next up, Carly Rae Jepsen might have disappointed just a bit in 2018, but our other pop princess, Charli XCX, certainly did not, with the great 80s synth cut No Angel, my number 38. I love the bouncy feel of this song, the flirty and sexy lyrics, and Charli's classic, cool delivery. At 37 is the garage rocker The Club by the all-women badass Spanish rock band Hinds. I love the electric guitar lick on this song, the driving bass line, and how grimy and distorted it is, just like the Madrid clubs that are described on the song. I wish the full album had a more diverse sound, not just that distorted feel, but this song still rocks. Next, at 36, is another indie rocker, How Simple by Hopalong. The hook on this song is so catchy, and lead singer Frances Quinlan's delivery has so much personality, as do her lyrics. I love the line about checking yourself out in car windows, it makes me laugh every time. And the chorus, don't worry, we'll find out, just not together, I think sums up getting over a breakup so well. Great song. At 35, our last rock tune for a bit, Muted Beatings by Albert Hammond Jr., the guitarist from The Strokes. As a huge Strokes fan, I love this song. It is a bit straightforward, but it is super fun. It's so explosive, and it just keeps building to a climax that's uneasy. It almost plays like a nervous breakdown. Very well produced, and that guitar hook is so damn catchy too. I thought the full project was pretty uninspired, but this song is great. Speaking of not loving the full project, at number 34 is Migos' Stir Fry, which ended up being on Culture too, but regardless of that album, Stir Fry is an unquestionable banger. You couldn't escape this song in 2018, but fortunately, Stir Fry is great. The production is frankly impressive with a mix of whistles and traditional trap percussion. It makes sense that Pharrell worked on it because the production is incredible. At number 33 is the soulful and funky Charcoal Baby by Blood Orange. I've never loved a full-length Blood Orange project, Negro Swan included unfortunately, but this song represents its full potential in my mind. It has absolutely luscious production, a fantastic shimmering lead guitar, beautiful backup vocals, and the heartbreaking theme that Dev Hynes sings about, describing being a Negro Swan or feeling isolated due to being black. Check this one out for sure. At number 32 is the second most cheeky fun single of the year, Peach Jam by Joji and Blockboy JB. Yes, the 88 Rising Boys, this was a late summer banger, one that's bouncy, catchy, and super fun. Joji and Blockboy have great chemistry on this track. I love seeing George Miller, aka Joji, having a great time and not being a sad boy as he usually does. And if this song is about eating well, it's still a great song. Another super fun single from 2018, Lizzo's Boy, is coming in at 31. It has an awesome retro-funk bassline, a rocking guitar solo, and Lizzo's signature humor and sex-positive lyrics. It's a really good time. I have high hopes from this next project from her, especially with her newest single, Juice. That song is also great. At number 30 is my favorite single from an artist who released a lot of singles in 2018. It's Chance the Rapper's 65th in Ingleside. This song just has so much unbridled energy and joy, just in that classic Chance way. He's sure to bring you a smile on this one, especially with its uplifting story of how his mother and fiance got him through tough financial times. Next at 29 is a very early single from 2018, one I almost forgot on this list for no very good reason. It's the contagiously fun DIY pop song Everybody Wants to Be Famous by 8-member group Superorganism. It's such a perfect song for the YouTube generation, both in its lyrics and the very quirky production, which includes whistles, birds, cash registers opening, and a soda being poured out. And the music video is equally weird and hilarious. I love it. At number 28 is the alternative hip-hop, gospel, soul song, In My View by Scottish trio Young Fathers. This song is brooding but still has an electric energy to it, driven by the Afrobeat-inspired percussion and lo-fi synths. Such a creative single from a very creative group. Next, at 27, is one of my favorite electropop singles of 2018, Mistakes by the Swedish pop singer Tove Strike. Don't know if I said that right. She had a great year in 2018, opening for Lorde, and her album Sway getting a lot of good buzz. I think this single encapsulates her charm so well. The production is so clean, the percussion is bouncy, and the song is just so tragically romantic. Good stuff. Another pop surprise from 2018 was LSD, or the supergroup made up of singers Labyrinth and Sia and producer Diplo. They had a lot of great singles, shout out to Thunderclouds especially, but Genius was their first and their best. The production of this song is so grand and weird, with its dramatic strings and chattering Halloween teeth. The song is almost theatrical, and Sia certainly lends the singing chops necessary to sell that theatrical aesthetic. At number 25, I teased it earlier, it's the most cheeky fun single of 2018, Best Hugs by DRAM. I thought this song was kind of stupid when I first heard it, but in classic DRAM fashion, his goofy optimism and just plain old good vibes won me over. I love the retro synth-funk sound of this song and the hook, or Your Girl Gives the Best Hugs. It's good. It's good, DRAM. If you haven't heard this song yet, and especially if you haven't seen the music video, watch it. You're in for a treat. At number 24 is another great song to come from an EP in 2018, Moses Sumney's Rank and File. This song is dark and eerie, but has a hauntingly electric energy to it. I love that low, growling electric guitar and Moses' invigorating falsetto. But most of all, the political and dystopian lyrics describing a police state are deeply chilling. I hope to see this kind of material from his next album. This song is amazing. At 23 is the single from one of the most talented rappers in the game right now, Jid's Offdees. This guy's flow is insane. Any of you who've heard it already know that. His flow changes are so impressive, and J. Cole really shows up on this track with his feature. He had to keep up with Jid, and he did. I also love that looping guitar over the percussion. Great single. Next up is a deeply unsettling track, Daughters, Satan in the Wait. This industrial-tinged rock song is epic in its scale and surprising coming from a band that hadn't released music in 8 years. But what's really great about it, if that's the right word for a song so dark, is its narrative, which describes Satan seeing hatred seep into our world. It feels timely and relevant. This full album was ultimately a bit too spooky and really dark for my taste, but I see why everyone else loved it. And this single is a great example of why the album received so much acclaim. At 21 is the 80s-inspired synth ballad $5 by Christine and the Queens. I immediately became a fan of Heloise Letizier with this song. Sorry about the pronunciation, I am a stupid American and I know no French, but this song is still fantastic. Letizier's voice is so crisp and clean, the production is warm, and it's a nice sex-positive bop. Next, starting the top 20, is Nervous Young Inhumans by lo-fi rock band Car Seat Headrest. I clearly slept on this band for so long, but thank God I found this song because I became an immediate fan. This is a remake of a song from 2011, but it certainly doesn't sound like it's from 2011 because it's completely redone with these anxious synths, buzzing guitars, and Will Toledo's signature angsty and passionate vocal delivery. Next, at 19, is a surprisingly great ballad coming from former meme lord George Miller, aka Joji, aka Pink Guy, aka Filthy Frank. This is a cinematic, yearning, and very emotional song. I love the production, especially the explosiveness of that chorus and the dancing synths. This song really proved George's potential as an artist in my book. At 18 is another surprising single from 2018, 21 Pilots' Levitate. I liked this band in high school, I'll admit it, but I didn't think they had this kind of song in them. The production is insane, the whirring synths give this song an almost psychedelic vibe, and the percussion is so clean. And most of all, Tyler Joseph showed off a really impressive flow on this track. At 17 is Petite Noir's Blame Fire, which finds the artist mixing South African influences with some great songwriting. It's a really exciting piece that's hard to classify. It's hip-hop influence, it still feels so original. If you like Young Fathers, definitely check out Petite Noir. I also like the descriptions of his childhood on this song and his reflections on race. At 16 is Tyler the Creator's Okra. Okra. I don't know if I've ever actually said that word out loud. I've certainly eaten the food. Tyler, the Creator, had a deservedly very successful 2017 with the great Flower Boy, and Okra felt like the crowd-destroying encore. He described this thing as just a throwaway track, but this song is so dirty and grimy and good. The piano and strings are nice touches on it, and Tyler's lines are as funny and quotable as ever. I mean, I'm Big Mac, I'm Quarter Pound, you chicken nugget. That's iconic. If this is a throwaway song, I cannot imagine what the next album is going to sound like. Now, number 15 was tough. Mitski released two brilliant singles in 2018, the crescendoing cinematic ballad Geyser and the danceable disco jam Nobody. I had to give it to Nobody. But you can't go wrong with either. Nobody is upbeat. I love that guitar hook, yet still, it's a heartbreaking song about loneliness. Lines like Venus, planet of love, was destroyed by global warming. Did its people want too much too? Or I know no one will save me, I just need someone to kiss are examples of the funny and emotional songwriting we've come to expect from Mitski Miyawaki. She did not disappoint. Now, for my number 14, I'm not going to choose between the two tracks, but for good reason. These songs are The Void's Leave It in My Dreams and Curious, which were released the same week but could not be more different, and that's why I paired them together. Leave It in My Dreams was the Strokes-esque summery jam. It was a honeypot for Julian Casablancas fans like me, waiting for a return to form from the band, and then bam. To quote Daughters, you won't get what you want. Curious comes in as this weird, noisy electronic banger that sounds like a bad LSD trip. I loved both songs. Perfect. Speaking of bad trips, number 13 had to be the most unforgettable single of 2018, Sophie's Pony Boy. I don't know what I can say about this song that's appropriate, but I'll try. It's a glitch pop song that's scary. Like, frightening. That deep growl of a vocal track is straight up menacing, but the song is still so catchy. In all seriousness, this song is truly original. Go Sophie, you're a star, you owned 2018. At number 12 is the surprising and gorgeous Dive by Beach House. I love the composition of this song. The first half is enveloping in its beauty, and then it builds with this percussion and awesome electric guitar riff into an exciting and transportative indie rock tune. Great stuff from a great band. Number 11 is from one of the breakout stars of 2018, Spanish flamenco artist Rosalia and her lead single, Malamente. Everything about this song, her vocal performance, the crisp and clean production, that gorgeously shot music video, all perfect. Not to mention, it's very catchy and very danceable. Keep killing it in 2019, Rosalia. I can't wait to see what you have next. Also, honorable mention to your Pienso en tu Mira, which is a very close second to Malamente. We are now in the top 10. Starting us off at number 10 is JPEGMAFIA's catchy and glitchy banger, Baby I'm Bleeding. Now, I'll admit, I didn't love his full project Veteran. I thought it was overly long, and I didn't care for all of the humor, but I think Peggy killed it on a lot of the songs, especially Baby I'm Bleeding. I love the production, that looping beat is so good, and the wait for the song for Peggy to start rapping is totally worth it because his flow and wordplay is great and pretty funny too on this track. This song is angry, fast, and one of the best of the year. At number 9 is the beautiful and intimate ballad Bless Your Hearts by avant-garde R&B artist Serpent with Feet, aka Josiah Wise. Josiah's voice is so versatile on this track, ranging from delicate to powerful. The instrumentation matches this using piano and a steady drum kick to back Josiah's incredible performance. I especially love the way this song builds to an epic choir-backed finale, and it was the perfect finisher to the album Soil. My number 8 single is the post-punk jam Wide Awake, the title track from Parquet Court's newest album. This song is super fun, boasts a super groovy bass line, and has a great riot in the streets but fun feel to it. It reminded me a lot of Talking Heads. I especially like the songwriting, this idea of being wide awake or becoming woke. It's a serious thing, but they play it off in this fun and funny way. Great track. At number 7 is a song that you couldn't escape at a party this year, Drake's Nice for What. Unfortunately, the song is great. Now, I know Drake is kind of a touchy subject right now, but moving on past that, because I wrote this list a couple of weeks ago, and the song itself is good. The samples in it are great, especially the classy use of Lauryn Hill. The production nails that bounce flair of hip-hop, and Drake gives it the perfect charisma and energy. I also love its message of female empowerment. Next, at 6, is another banger, Brockhampton's aggressive 1998 Truman, the second of their trilogy of singles released this past summer. All members show up on this track. Dom and Matt especially, and this song is Brockhampton, or specifically Kevin Abstract aka Ian Simpson, just showing off when it comes to their hook writing ability, because this song has 2 hooks and they're both great. Huge shout out also to 1997 Diana and their Fallon performance of Tanya, they're both great singles. Top 5 baby, bringing us in at number 5 is the powerful, political, and timely Love It If We Made It by the 1975. This song is frankly shocking, coming from the band that gave us the song Girls only a couple years ago, but as a fan of theirs, I am so happy to see this progression from them. Love It If We Made It is an angry and passionate song about the crushing weight of current events currently facing us today. Drug use, police brutality, pointless online arguments. Maddie Healy really nailed it with the writing of this one. I think its core line, "Modernity has failed us," is so powerful. It's also just a great song. I love its explosive chorus when it finally comes around. And speaking of great songs, It's Not Living If It's Not With You was also an amazing single, such a tragically beautiful 80s nostalgic tune, one of my other favorite singles of the year. At number 4 is the banger of 2018 in my book, also one of its best and most hilarious music videos. Yes, I am talking about Bubblin by Anderson .Paak. Such a likable guy, Anderson .Paak goes off on this song, taking a well-deserved victory lap to celebrate his success. The trap and bounce-inspired production is great, and Cheeky Andy kills the beat, especially with an impressive mid-song flow change. Plus, this song is hilarious. The line about taking your mom to the Marriott gets me every time. At number 3 is this year's most biting satire, US Girls Disco Bop, Pearly Gates. I won't do the full concept justice explaining it here, so all I'll say is that it's a fantastic takedown of the horrible sexual misconduct that exists in today's society. Megan Remy really outdid herself with the writing on this one, and the song's production is incredible. I love the turntable scratches, the disco beat, and James Bailey's chorus-like backup vocals. And it builds to such a satisfying ending too. Amazing song. At number 2, a song with some satire of its own, Childish Gambino's This Is America. Not only was it 2018's best music video, but it's an incredibly written, composed, and produced song. It takes on our country's problems of gun violence, mass shootings, police brutality, and racism, and does so while never feeling trite. It helps that the music perfectly mirrors the concept, with the sunny gospel sections representing how our country masks or quickly moves on from the horrible events of violence that goes on within it. Donald Glover had a great 2018 with this song, Atlanta, his SNL hosting gig, and his fun role in Solo. I can't wait to see what he has cooking in 2019. And at number 1, an artist who released 3 of the year's best singles and best music videos, Janelle Monáe with her Prince-inspired single, Make Me Feel. The impressive bar after bar Django Jane and the beautiful and tongue-in-cheek Pink were also great, but my number 1 has to go to Make Me Feel. This song is a masterclass of performance and production. On it, Janelle is flirtatious, confident, and clearly having so much fun, and the instrumentation meets her at that level. The electric guitars, cheek-popping percussion, which I'm not going to try to imitate, and the mixing of Janelle's different vocal tracks are all great. It's an organic and incredibly performed pop song, and it deserved to be the biggest radio hit of 2018, but of course, because there's no justice in the music world, it was not. Still, it was my number 1 single of 2018. I hope that counts for something. And that's it for 2018's best singles. What did you think on my list? I'm sure I missed plenty from yours, so sound off in the comments with what I did miss. If you liked this video, give it a like, but more importantly, share the songs from it, the songs from your own list, with families, friends, strangers. You can find my song recommendations at my website, sammosher.com/playlist for those song recommendations. I love finding good new music to share with people. That's what making this video is all about, celebrating the great art of 2018. Next video is the top 50 albums of 2018. It's a really good one. I'm so excited to share it. Thank you so much for watching this one. Have a great day. Hugs and kisses. Goodbye.